In a city where dreams twisted into nightmares, amidst the chaos of ambition and despair, lived a young woman named Elara. A talented artist with a spark in her soul, she found herself trapped in a cycle of poverty. An ordinary life fighting against extraordinary odds. Cut to Elara in her small, cramped apartment, paint splatters scattered on the floor, reflecting her creativity. Despite her passion, bills pile up, and neglect weighs heavily on her shoulders. Each day began with the same struggle. Canvases yet to be sold, empty plates begging for food, and dreams choked by the weight of despair. Elara poured her heart into every brushstroke, but the world saw only her rags, not the riches of her spirit. One fateful evening, as rain poured relentlessly, Elara sought refuge from the storm. She stumbled upon a hidden bookshop, its sign hanging askew, surrounded by twisting vines. The door creaked open, inviting her in. In this forgotten realm, she discovered a vast collection of ancient tomes. Dust danced in the air, and time seemed to stand still. It was here that destiny awaited her in the form of an old man with eyes like coal, filled with secrets untold. The old man, cloaked in shadows, approaches her. Old man, welcome, seeker of change. Your heart beats with longing. Will you accept the knowledge contained within these pages? Elara's curiosity ignited. She nodded eagerly. The old man presented her with a tattered book titled The Whispering Shadows. As Elara flips through the pages, the words shimmer, a call to the desperate and the daring. She reads of a hidden grove in a dark forest, where shadows come alive and hear the desires of the lost. The book spoke of a grove where fate could be rewritten, where a soul could trade darkness for fortune. But shadows demand their due, and intentions could twist with the night. An intense light flickers as shadows emerge from the pages, swirling around her, whispering promises of wealth. Elara, heart racing, feels a pull toward the forest described in the book, an irresistible allure that she cannot resist. Elara bravely ventures into the dark forest, guided by flickering shadows that dance around her. The forest seems alive, twining branches weaving a web of intrigue and fear. The whispers grow louder, swirling like a tempest. In this place, secrets thrived among the trees, and the echoes of past wishes resounded. But at what cost would her desire for fortune be fulfilled? She reaches a clearing bathed in ethereal moonlight. There, glimmering in the heart of the grove, lies the ancient stone pulsating with energy, entwined with dark vines. With bated breath, Elara approaches the stone. The shadows wrap around her like a shroud. She speaks the ancient words from the book, confessing her deep desire for wealth and success. I wish for riches, for a life beyond this struggle. A deep, resonant voice echoes through the trees. Your wish shall be granted, but know this. Shadows grow hungry, and the cost is one you may not be ready to pay. With a gust of wind, the shadows swirl violently around her, enveloping her in darkness. Elara feels an overwhelming rush of energy as the bargain is sealed. The next morning, sunlight spills into Elara's apartment after what feels like an eternity. Dazed but exhilarated, she finds her surroundings transformed. No longer is she trapped in shadows. Her cramped space has become a luxurious penthouse filled with art, fine clothes, and ornate decor. Fortune smiled upon her, and the world suddenly seemed to open doors previously barred. Yet, amidst the clinking of glasses and laughter of newfound friends, a heavy burden lay in wait. As Elara immerses herself in her new life, the shadows lurk in the corners, whispering secrets that send chills down her spine. Night after night, the nightmares return, visions of the forest, the tortured souls, and the laughter twisted into cries. With each passing day, the whispers grow more insistent. Shadows appear in her reflections, gnawing at her sanity. Despite her riches, Elara finds no peace, her heart now heavy with guilt. In the depth of luxury, loneliness thrived. The shadows haunted her with reminders of the promise she had made, a promise that bred bitterness and regret. One fateful evening, consumed by anguish, Elara decides to confront her fears. She returns to the Forgotten Hollow, her heart racing as she navigates the familiar path, the whispers calling her name once more. In the heart of the grove, the shadows swirl into a tempest, their faces twisted with rage and longing. Return what is ours or suffer the consequences. Elara falls to her knees, tears streaming down her face as the faces of lost souls materialize. Her heart aches with sorrow for the darkness she unleashed. I didn't mean to harm you. I just wanted to escape my pain. The shadows draw closer, pressing upon her, their whispers turning into anguished cries. She realizes the truth. The wealth that once felt like victory was nothing but a curse, a chain binding her to her darkest desires. Elara grasps the ancient stone, its power flickering erratically. She cries out in desperation, ready to give everything back to free herself from the shadow's grasp. Please, I'll give it all back. Just let me go. I'll find a way to make amends. The stone glows brightly as the shadows swirl around her, engulfing her in a blinding light. The air crackles with energy, and then silence falls like a shroud. When the light fades, Elara finds herself alone in the clearing once more. The forest tranquil, she stumbles back to her small apartment, stripped of her newfound wealth but filled with a sense of clarity. A heart weighed down by sorrow can be lighter still. With shadows cast away, Elara found herself reborn, not in riches but in resilience. Determined to rebuild, Elara starts anew. She paints again, not for profits, but to express her heart. Each brushstroke tells a story of loss, struggle, and ultimately of hope. The final scene shows Elara hanging her artwork in a local community center, where people gather to appreciate genuine expression. The camera captures the smiles, laughter, and warmth filling the room. From the depths of despair, she learned that true wealth lies in connection, compassion, and the courage to create anew. Shadows may linger, but they no longer hold her captive. As the scene fades, the echoes of laughter meld with soft whispers, reminders of the shadows that once haunted her but also the lessons learned along the way. The camera pans out to show the city, bright and alive, where the light of the sun conquers the darkness. Elara, standing in her garden, smiles as she plants new flowers, each bloom a symbol of her resilience. And so, the whispering shadows remind us all. In the journey of life, we hold the pens to our own stories. It is the light we share that can extinguish the darkest nights, turning shadows into realms of possibility. The screen fades to black, the final notes of the haunting music fading into the distance as the credits begin to roll. Viewers are left with a lingering sense of hope, inspiration, and the haunting echoes of a folktale that reminds us of the fragile balance between ambition and humility. The end.